Hey, Chiefs fans, make sure you subscribe. Now let's check out this video.
Man, let's dive into these Chiefs, bro.
Okay.
Yo Chiefs at that, because this shit is looking ugly right now, bro. I mean, Pat went down, season not looking good. Gardner Minshew went down. I mean, before you know it, Andy gonna have to go suit up and play quarterback.
Yeah, bro.
I wonder how many they have on the depth chart. Probably one more left, huh? Shit.
Yeah, man. I think it, you know,
it's a lot of questions. There's a lot of questions going into that.
But man, you know, like adversity is like such a big part of like life, you know, and you know, the Chiefs have never really had this type of adversity. You know, like they've had players get hurt and stuff like that, but to have Mahomes down, right, with like a real injury, major injury, that's just a different like outlook. That's a different perspective. You know, they got a lot of holes, right? It's a lot of things that they need to get fixed.
Figured out, yeah.
And then too, is it like, you know, is it somewhat the coaches and administration fault, right? Because what we saw for like the last few years was, you know, not a whole lot of investment into Patrick and like what he's able to do on the field.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, you know, when Tampa Bay beat us up, right, in the Super Bowl, that was 2020, they went out and got a whole new O-line. Right? So, you know, like, but did they continue to do that?
Build,
right? Because every year we ask ourselves about the wide receivers, right? Every year is a question mark with the running backs,
every year.
And so I think this will give them time to kind of look back on
evaluating,
you know, reevaluation, right? And I think you have to do that, man. Like, it's not always about evaluating the players on the field. Like, everybody needs to be reevaluated.
On the same page, for sure.
Yeah, man, I just think they're in a really, really tough situation, probably one that they never thought they'd be in. You know, then you could get spoiled.
Bro, I definitely
just going to 6-7 championships and, you know, and just not having that adversity.
Yeah, just imagine when you first get with your girl, you know, she cooks 6-7 days in a row. I'm spoiled.
Right.
Like, I'm looking forward to that now, you know? So it's kind of like what I think they got going on, bro. But I think the athletes around them pretty good enough, but I mean, eventually at some point, bro, you have to surround him. You know, like, I mean, even the best of the best quarterbacks, bro. They surround
I think
him
it's the right type of athletes. You know what I mean? You know, I just think the guys that they've somewhat kind of tried to build around, they just not as durable as you know what's required.
Game.
Like, and if you play for Andy Reid, like, I just kind of bring you guys into like a dead practice, right? I mean, this is over 100 plays, right? It's 30 minutes of 7-on-7, right? It's, you know, it's a lot of you kind of
really working,
grinding,
yeah.
You know, and I just wonder, is those guys, because Tyreek Hill, he exemplified that, right? Like you could tell he trains hard, he works out, right? Like. But the other guys they got, I'm looking at them saying, that's not Tyreek Hill.
Right. Just not work as hard.
And so you wonder, could they even handle that sort of like workload, right? And then have to go out on Sunday and perform. I remember vividly Tyreek Hill like just running up and down the field Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And I'm saying to myself, damn, he got to go do all this Sunday. Everybody is not built for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, some dudes need to kind of hold their hand throughout the week and then let them get to the game and kind of take off, right? So I wonder, like, is the way that they run their operation, is it starting to backfire now?
It's possible.
Because you don't have those dudes that could just wake up every day
and go get to it.
And I think they're missing that, right? And if you go to a few Super Bowls here and there, you could kind of dismiss the fact that, they don't need Tyreek Hill.
Right.
They don't need Sammy Watkins. Right? And then you realize
reality hits.
Like, those dudes was tough. Those dudes can handle the workload, and they could go out there on Sunday and perform and do it at
high level.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I always want to ask myself that, like is it starting to backfire on them? You know,
man. And you know what, bro? I kind of think it is, and I'm sure some GMs are looking around saying, "I knew this day would come." Right. I knew it, like you know, because I mean, just the dominance of the Chiefs. I mean. Pat never went on the road and played a away playoff game that was like
Yeah.
significant to him catapulting his team to the Super Bowl. You know,
Yeah.
like, and of course, I mean, you could get spurred by that, man. Shit.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think obviously you don't want anybody to get hurt. I think know then the injury Pat has. I did that too. Like I tore my ACL and my LCL, and so the process is a little longer. I don't know if you remember. I came back. I want to say maybe week 4 or 5, but I played with a brace that entire year.
Right, the whole year.
And so the LCL, that's the lateral part of it, right? So that's why I played. That's why I had the brace on. It wasn't necessarily because of ACL. It was because of the LCL, right? So it is a tough injury, but it's one that I think he can get through. And I play DB. So if I was kind of able to, go to all pros and all decade teams after
the fact,
after I did
injury,
that, I think he's fine.
Yeah.
Obviously stepping up in the pocket and all that stuff that goes on around your feet as a quarterback, that might play into his conscience early on. But I do believe he'll make a full recovery.
Yeah, I think he'll make
and I think he'll be right back on track to just being like who he is.
Oh yeah.
So I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
But I do think this gives the team time to reevaluate, reassess
a lot of things and get some of that pressure off of him.
Right? Because he's the greatest player in the NFL, right? I think everybody would agree on that. Yeah. But I don't want him to lead my team in rushing and passing and receiving and
that's scary.
4th down conversions.
That's scary.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want that.
Man was the leading rusher for so long. Like
I just, and he's so professional, man. That's what I respect too about him is his professionalism, and he'll never say these things. He'll never even make it seem like this. But man, I think this is gonna give them time to kind of, reevaluate, reassess, and then 2, outside of Patrick, who's elevating us, right? So they're not going to the playoffs, but these last few games is important.
Yeah,
because I'm trying to see which one of you dudes outside of number 15 that's gonna elevate the coaches and elevate play. Because if none of y'all do that, then I think this is a better opportunity for us to go to the offseason and say, hey,
we
bro,
need this person,
we got a few trade assets. We got a lot of young players that got value. Do we just blow the whole thing up? And you know what I'm saying? Just get as many assets and draft picks as we can for the future? Or do we lean on these dudes to kind of,
Man, that's probably gonna be the biggest question, man. Who do we keep and who do we let go? Because the dynamics of the Chiefs.
We can't expect Travis to. We can't expect him to be there next year.
Nah, I don't expect him to be there next year, but I do have some thoughts that of him coming back just because Pat got injured and the season didn't go as well as he planned. But I mean.
But how much control does he really have? Because he's not Travis from 5 years ago.
No.
So it's not like
now this the new we are experiencing the new heights Travis right now.
Yeah.
Almost married Travis,
Yeah.
He's been dominant for as long as he could be dominant.
Talk about a second career.
Right.
Talk about a second life. That boy is about to, all world, all decade, all everything football career. And now he just about to go be a true house husband.
Yeah, for real, bro. A real new height.
I mean, you don't have to lift a finger, dog. This is all taken care of.
A real new height, bro.
That was a sidebar, but I was like, yo, I don't know if I saw it on Twitter the other day. I'm like, yo, am I a Swiftie?
Yeah.
Because this girl, this lady, not just any lady, one of those ladies, gave $197 million to her crew. And I just thought, like, dog, like that's leadership.
Yeah.
Like that's what people mean. Like when they say, man, like follow that person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Travis just got it. The dog, like, dog,
you don't have
to catch another touchdown, bro.
Bro,
like,
how good do
you? I promise you, bro. Like the life you was going to,
right? Bro, about to go on tour.
I don't want nothing. Just like, just send me a pool party invite or, if y'all barbecuing, you know what I'm saying? Just send me an invite. Like, I just, but you all right, dog. I don't want to make you feel bad for possibly retiring.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? I am in 100% support of you going to be a house husband.
Hey, man.
You understand what I'm saying?
So ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that when the woman is the woman that you have.
Hey, man. So, but yeah, bro, like back to what we was talking about.
But $197 million, bro, to give that
that's
out.
Crazy.
I mean,
that's nuts. I mean, she deserves.
Yeah,
she deserves
her flowers,
a damn good Christmas gift.
Travis, you deserve your flowers for being with the woman, my guy.
But yeah, bro, I do think the Chiefs. I do think Mahomes will overcome it. I do think it gives them a chance to sit down and say, "Hey, man, like this, what we doing." And then too, like I hate to make it about me or anything, but dog, it's hard to replace that over time.
Yeah, no doubt.
Like the certain leaders you've had, certain playmakers you've had, certain people that you had in the community. It might work once or twice.
Yeah, once you mask it up.
The idea of it working long term is just won't. So I think they let one too many like glue guys leave. You know, and Patrick and Travis too, right? Yeah. Like they was left with all that pressure.
Right.
All that responsibility. You know? And I think it just kind of came to a head. But I believe in Coach Reed. I believe in Spags still. I still think they have a great, probably one of the best assistant coaching staffs.
Yeah.
So players are gonna get taught well. They're gonna learn how to play football, right? But I think this gives them time to sit down and say, "Hey, man, we put way too much on Patrick the last 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. Like, how do we make it more Tom Brady-ish, right? Like where he doesn't have to go out here and throw for 300 yards and 5 touchdowns. He could throw for 180, couple touchdowns, and we win." So I think this will give them a perfect opportunity to kind of tap into that.
And you know what's crazy,
so this is big.
I'm about to say this might be scary, bro, because to give them people almost a year worth of time to figure out
that's spooky.
Who to surround around. Yeah, that's
spooky.
Yeah, bro.
And then too, the success that Jim is having in LA, right, with the Chargers, and the success that Sean Payton is having in Denver, that's only making that division tougher. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, okay, now the Chiefs can go back and sit back, and they're not the hunted anymore.
Right. Yeah.
Right? Like you got other teams that people are gonna kind of focus on this offseason and say we need to beat them next year. So it'll give the Chiefs a little chance to
it's gonna be scary, dog.
Because they changed the game. Yeah. Right? And I know our fans of the Bayou, like, y'all don't realize this, but this used to be a single high league, right? Single high, I mean one safety is deep. Yep. Nowadays you have 2 safeties deep. Right, and a lot of that comes from trying to slow down Patrick Mahomes and the Josh Allens and all these guys that can really push the ball down the field. So that's why if you ever watching a game and you just see all the DBs standing 10, 15 yards back, that's kind of like the Patrick Mahomes effect. Yeah. And it makes it harder to score. Yeah. It makes it harder to push the ball downfield. Yeah. So I'm happy for them that they'll have a chance to kind of sit back and they could scheme up other people,
right?
Versus the last 6, 7 off seasons.
And I'm sure they'll find
everybody's trying to find a way to beat the Chiefs.
Everybody.
So I think that'll get them some time to kind of get their feet.
Yeah. And bro, the only thing I think that helped them was Patrick getting hurt.
And it sucks.
Yeah. I mean, some teams probably haven't beat them in 4, 5 years.
That's kind of messed up to say. Yeah. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, it sucks that something bad like that has to happen for
another team to propel.
Well, for us to kind of see what it is we're lacking. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to seeing how they bounce back, how they shake back, and I think it's gonna be this is a critical time for Brett Veach and all those sorts of people in management because obviously they hit the lottery with Patrick Mahomes, right? And they just haven't had to feel this sort of pressure in almost 10 years. And so now it's back on them to where it's like, okay, how do you make this team better? And so I think they'll rise up and step up.
Sure they will.
And then too, man, not to just put it all on Veach, but when you're a successful team, right, they lose people upstairs too. It's not just the players that go on to sign big contracts. It's not just the coaches that go from coaching tight ends to offensive coordinator, right? Like, it's everything. Everything gets increased, talked about. People want to be a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm Brett Veach and I got 20 scouts in here, right, and we went to the last 6, 7 championship games, I'm probably gonna get left with 2 or 3 of them, right? Because the Tennessee want one.
Yeah.
Cleveland wants one.
Yeah.
So now the dudes that helped you build the team the last 6, 7, 8 years, they all going to, they GMs in other places.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago, Ryan Poles. Yeah. That was Brett Veach's right-hand man.
Right.
So it's like now he's off to Chicago doing what he's doing over there. Them dudes is winning games. So it ain't just about him, right? But yeah, when you're successful, bro, everybody want a piece of it. So a lot of dudes that helped you do it, they're not there no more. They work for other organizations now. Right. So how do we replenish that part of it too?
Yeah, that's
you know
tough.
What I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
some questions. It's huge, right? So
never even thought about that.
But I think from a structural standpoint, organizationally, they'll be all right. I think that they got. I think they're always kind of able to keep the right people in place. Mm-hmm. So even if we do lose one,
we know
we got somebody to fall back on. So, I mean, I'm still rooting for them. I know everybody, kicking them while they down and blah blah blah. Travis old and all this stuff. Andy Reid old. I was just, this is crazy. Yeah, that's some of the stuff you see and hear. Hey, what?
Yeah. It looked like the younger people are the receivers.
Andy Reid went to like the last 30 playoffs, and now it's like he don't go to this playoff. Now he can't coach no more. Yeah, bro. I think they just give them time to just take a break, bro. Think about the players and the coaches, right? Every year they had to work through February.
Right. Yeah.
Right? And so now it's the first season where they could get January to themselves.
Yeah, I heard Travis say something about that too.
So, man, I'm telling you, bro, I played this game, man. Like sort of like being on a shot clock. Mm-hmm. That's not how you want to approach the next season. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like feeling like you couldn't do all you wanted to do because your season ended so late. Right. So I do think this ended up being more positive than negative for everybody involved. Yeah. So I'm actually kind of looking forward to it.
Yeah, this gonna be crazy. I just can't imagine the Chiefs having like a top 10 pick